Raptor specification takes an already capable pickup, in the shape of the new for 2023 Ford Ranger, and dials up the performance a few more notches. Inspired by the grueling Baja Desert races, the new Ranger Raptor employs a brawny V6 petrol engine, trick suspension from Fox and an array of drive modes to give it a breadth of capability that few other pickups can match. Visual differences between the regular Ford Ranger and this Raptor model are considerable and go beyond the addition of rugged tires and a few stickers. Its C-clamp LED daytime running lights frame a broad grille, which carries the Ford name spelled out big and bold across it. The regular Ranger sticks with the usual blue oval badge for a less in-your-face look. Ford also uses matrix LED headlights that feature automatic dynamic leveling to provide better light dispersal and be kinder to other road users. Affirming its off-road capabilities, Ford fits a bespoke front bumper to optimize the Raptor's approach angle, which has also been improved by the front axle line moving forward by 50 mm. That still leaves plenty of room for the 17-inch alloy wheels within the flared arches. A rugged skid plate runs underneath to protect the engine. Vents are affixed to the bonnet and front wings, though they are present for purely cosmetic reasons. A running ground clearance of 265 mm with approach and departure angles of 32 and 24 degrees, respectively, means that few obstacles should get in the Raptor's way when going off-road. The most significant improvement or change within the Ranger Raptor over its predecessor is the inclusion of a new 12.4-inch digital instrument display and a 12-inch vertical touchscreen for the latest Sync 4A infotainment system. Both look impressive and bring the Ford's cabin into the modern era, though thankfully Ford has also seen sense to retain some physical controls for temperature and ventilation settings, in addition to having them on the display screen. Changes to the rear give more of a 2+2 layout to the seating. The rear can accommodate 3 passengers, but the middle pew is on the small side. The latest Ranger's interior represents a big step up compared to its predecessor, with a key new addition being its new 12-inch portrait touchscreen that runs Ford's latest Sync 4 software. It looks fantastic. The ergonomics are fantastic too, with traditional analog climate controls remaining, despite the large screen. The Raptor also gets high-quality leather and suede performance seats, which do a great job of keeping you in place and offer plenty of support too. Rear seat space in the Raptor is fine for adults, though the bulky sport seats do eat into the room on offer. Like its predecessor, the Raptor also has a reduced payload of 652 kilograms, some way off the 1-ton plus offered by most pickups. It does compromise its ability as a working truck, so the regular Ranger is likely a better option if load-lugging ability is what you're after. Overall, the interior of the Ranger Raptor feels quality and fit for purpose. There are additional pop-out cup holders below the air vents, and an additional glove box. USB-A and USB-C power outlets hide near the wireless charging pad, and the center console is a decent size. Between these two big screens, the user has just about everything they could want: wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, native navigation, remote start and location services, via the Ford Pass app, digital radio and an uprated sound system. The cluster in front of the driver can display live navigation, along with loads of technical and mechanical readouts for when you want to get nerdy. The digital cluster can also be customized according to your own mix of information. The infotainment display is good as well, with a good mixture of complexity, features and ease of use. There are plenty of menus and options to lose oneself in, but a few permanent buttons on top can bring you back to the core areas. Even though the display is huge, Ford did manage to squeeze in some physical, dual-zone, climate control buttons at the bottom, along with an all-important volume dial. It helps, simply because these buttons and dials are easier to operate on the move in comparison to a screen, although the climate controls are doubled up on the display as well. The prospect of a turbocharged 3.0-liter V6 petrol motor under the decorated bonnet is promising. Maximum outputs of 292 horsepower and 491 Nm are still enough to make the Raptor feel brisk on the road, but perhaps not as rapid as its looks suggest it will. Adding to the V6 experience, however, is an active exhaust that has numerous modes from quiet to keep the neighbors happy to Baja, officially for off-road only, on the other extreme. The latter opens up more of the system to give a more sonorous soundtrack, pumping out the decibels at a similar rate to its CO2 emissions. The previous Raptor was a pickup that was as impressive off-road as it was on tarmac, and that continues in this new model.